Welcome to my YouTube channel, everybody. My name is Scot Mendenhall. Pretty excited to have you with me today. We are hitting some great trails here in Minnesota with plenty of friends. This is an impromptu group ride, and we're stoked on it. Today we're talking about slick tires on trails. Are they worth it? Do they do any good? And especially this tire from Float Life. They sent it to me the other day, and we put it on, and now we're testing it on different terrains today. We're testing the Float Life Burris Street Pro on the trails here. It handles like a champ on the street. It is so quiet. Like, I'm riding it even at this moment outside of my bearings that are making a sound. The tire is super, super quiet. Like, I love that. There's nothing like going out floating and it to be silent. If you've ever put a treaded tire on there, they are great at gripping terrain and things of that nature, but they become loud. And sometimes that's not what we're going for. As I adjust the camera and back on my bear socks, honestly, if you're looking for some really cool socks, it's just go to stance.com and pick a pair up. Your feet will love you for it. As we enter the trail system, starts out on some really nice paved sections, and then we're going to hit the dirt part, and we're going to have roots and rocks, and you're going to see all of that as I weave through all of the great riders here. I wanted to get towards the front because I wanted to ride a little bit quicker than being stuck behind Kristen, who likes to ride while sipping on a latte. It's just not the style I want to do. No, I'm giving Kristen a hard time. If you watch our race series on Sundays at 10 a.m., then you know what I'm talking about. Once we hit the terrain inside the trails, the tire is so great on just hitting the banks of the trails, like you're seeing me going left to right on the banks. So enjoyable, to be honest with you. It handles it like you would think it would, because it's the Street Pro. It's built to handle riding pretty aggressively, and it handles the trails really, really well. I was really impressed with the tire overall. Is there an advantage to have a slick in these moments over the treaded tire on dry days? No, I don't really think there is an advantage to it. I think if we had some more precipitation and the trail was wet, or we were on wet grass, then yeah, for sure, a treaded tire would totally be called for. But in conditions like this, a slick tire does the job quite well, and almost maneuvers better because they're built with a little bit more of a rounded edges, so that you can really rock in and back and forth through the roots and through the sidewalls of the trails. It allows you to move and manipulate the board much quicker. It's a lot less effort to get the board to go where you want. It's just a flick of the ankles, if I can say that right, that really allows you to get after it. And so I didn't know what to expect from the Street Pro from Float Life here, and I was really impressed with it. I think they put some really good thought into this collab with Burris. So well done again, Float Life, for coming out with yet another great tire. I rode their treaded tire that they came out with Burris. Such a good tire as well. I recommend both, to be honest with you. I really do. If you're after a tire, this tire rides the closest I have rode to the Vega. So if you really are coming from a Vega and you enjoy that, but you want to try something that's close, this is a close tire to that. As Zach in front of me, we call him the Godfather around here. He's the one that introduced me to ONEWHEELs, and he's the guy in the front. And I gotta say thank you, Zach. You introduced me to ONEWHEELs, and my life has altered ever since then. I'm coming from a boosted board rider to this. Absolutely. I've enjoyed the ride. I mean, look at where you could never take an electric. Let me say that differently. You could never take a boosted board here. I know there are electric boards out there that you can put on tires that would allow you to ride in these conditions, but there's nothing like floating and carving like this on a one wheel. It's so much like snowboarding. I can't even explain it to you. And to be able to come and hit trails like this with a group of about 10 of us so much fun. I think some of the fun things about riding in a group is, yeah, you get spread apart here because everybody's abilities are way different and the styles they want to ride are way different. But when you get out of the trail, you just sit there and talk about, oh man, that section, did you almost eat it? Or man, did you see the deer that ran out, or the bear? And those are true conversations that you have in Minnesota, because you might run into bears here, and wildlife is all over the place. As you can see, got Zach pulling over here. He's got the extra battery on the outside of his, and it just had come loose. So now I'm in front, and here's where I really get after it to test, hey, how's this tire do? Can I go fast and enjoy it? And so I begin to pull away from the crowd in the back. I'm not racing them. I just wanted to test the tire, and all the banging and it handled it. Now I do have to admit that I did have foot fatigue, and I'm coming off the Whisper, which Flight Fins put out, and it's a super mushy tire, super light. It does give you a little bit more speed. Here I am just pausing and going back as I've left them. I didn't want to just be that guy that just says see you, so I'm coming back. As you can just see their helmets and those popping up over there to your right. I'm just making sure that I don't leave them all together as I fall off my board riding backwards or in switch. Caught up to the crowd. Lily's now in the front, and we're off to the races literally now because it's Joey and Lily, and I'm like, I can't have them be that close to me. They'll think that they can beat me in our Sundays races, so I gotta get after it here. But coming from the Flight Fins Hoosier Whisper tire, super mushy, super light. You do gain a little bit of speed on your board with that tire. But it absorbs a ton of the roots and things of that nature. So my back foot did get a little bit tired because the sidewalls on this are a little bit stiffer, but it allowed me to be more responsive to the roots and think, because when I could feel it. Two, the tire wasn't mushing down and then like bouncing back. It allowed me to be responsive, and I really enjoyed that as I just almost ate it there. I was lucky to run that one out, just cutting over roots too fast. As you can see, Mother Nature has blessed my board with grass in the corners there. But that root section, I was just coming too fast. We're going downhill. It was just me and lack of the ability to recover. I was really testing my abilities to see if I should submit my name for the Race for the Rails. Let me know if you'd vote for me. I don't know if I'd really... I would love to go out there and record and document it. I love racing with the crew here. I say that, it would be so fun to race against Bodie. That dude is so skilled. Just to be in the same race with that guy would be legit. But I will ride myself here in Minnesota it's just such a good place to ride and enjoyable, and this tire is everything I hoped it would be. It is one of my favorites at the moment. So if you're on the fence of what tire should you get, I suggest this. You can go to Float Life's website and pick it up. I'll put a link down in the description below. I'm gonna slow down for everybody. I want a bear to come out and get him. Here comes Joey. Joey passed Lily. Joey coming up on me now. Had to slow up again, trying desperately not to be that guy that leaves everybody behind. But, it gives Joey some false hope there because he thinks, oh, I caught up to Scott. I let him catch up to me. So just to make sure that is clear, and video proof shows that I stopped and waited for Joey. It's not a race, though, as Joey is sitting across the room as I am doing this voiceover, just shaking his head. Our race day is tomorrow to record, and then we'll drop a new race, which is going to be a great race. It's a 5-lap race. And if you don't do it right, your one wheel could get wet this week. Just is the fact. So come back and check that video out on Sunday at 10 a.m. A couple other things I've got coming that I'm going to switch out on my board is the back foot pad. I've got the middle sure stance coming. So this is the max. I've had the just sure stance, and then I don't remember what the middle one is called, but I'm going to be installing that. Need new grip tape on there. And so we're going to install that just to see what that one feels like. Maybe it's the Goldilocks of the bunch. We'll let you know as we put it on and get out there riding. And that fender that's sitting on there, that's the carbon fiber fender from ONEWHEEL. Such a great fender. It's super light and durable. I was never worried about that fender going through here and falling. There's one point where, I don't know if it's this trail, one of the trails I fell, and then I realized, oh crap, if my ONEWHEEL would have gone that direct, it would have just gone downhill forever, and I probably would have lost it. So fortunate that didn't happen. I decided to wear my bear socks as well, to just in case any bears were to come out, they would see I'm one of them. That was my hopes. No, not really. Just having a bit of a laugh there. If you're still watching, thanks for watching. We are back at putting out as much content as we can to give you distraction from what's happening in the world, and there's a lot of crazy things happening in a global manner, and sometimes it's good just to be able to watch someone float around, hear some commentary, enjoy life from a different perspective. And that's what our hope is here on our channel, is that we want to be hope dealers, faith spreaders, and love givers. And some ways we do that is by putting out fresh content that hopefully puts a smile on your face. We talk about a few things here and there that you really enjoy, and that is our hopes. So thank you so much for watching. To all of our new subscribers out there, thank you for subscribing to the channel. We are grateful for your time, and those that leave comments, we totally enjoy hearing from you, what your thoughts are. Somebody asked if we would do a video about what are the right shoes to wear, because last week in the race I wore a pair of Nike skate shoes, and they're just 9-day difference from what I normally ride in. So we've got a video that we're going to just talk about what shoes work for me. You know, everybody's different. And what shoes I don't enjoy. We have a lot of cool videos coming out. We have, we just got a package from a company. It's from Austin, Texas, where they make lemon butter, and it's not real butter. It is a wax for you to do tricks. So we have that to install. It's the Lemonade Float company out of Austin, Texas. They sent us a package today with a fanny pack. We're going to test out their wax, see how good that is. We have some new bearings from Float Life to put in the XR. A little nervous about that. I've never put in bearings. Seems daunting, but we're going to figure it out and hopefully get the clicking sound gone out of the board as we figure that piece out. We also have another tire to install, and at the same time of doing that, we'll record how we do that. So many of you have asked us to do it. It's really not that pretty on the way we do it. But we get it done, and we can do it relatively quickly now that we have installed, I think, over a dozen tires between our Pint and our XR. It has been something that we've enjoyed trying out the tires. Some of it is just so I get to know what tire rides like what. And the tire I haven't got my hands on, I really want to try, is the Vega treaded tire, because we really enjoyed the Vega slick. We just assumed that we would enjoy the Vega treaded, as winter is a couple months away here in Minnesota, and we will at that point have a treaded tire on for the winter months here as we ride through our snowy days, and we enjoy that. And so if you're still listening, we would love if you haven't subscribed to our channel, and hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you know when we drop new videos. Then leave a comment, just what your thoughts were on the trails, or where your favorite places are to ride. Or leave a comment on what you want us to review next. It could be a tire, it could be a product, it could be whatever. But leave a comment down below and hit that thumbs up, because it lets the algorithm know that people like this video. And we're not playing with people in growing our channel. We're playing with a computer to decide if we're winning or not. And so your views help us win, your thumbs up help us win, and your comments help us win in growing this channel and being able to put a little bit of hope out there and a little bit of distraction from all the craziness as Joey's coming in here. He's got the fender from the magnetic fender from Craft and Ride on his. He says he absolutely loves it, and it matches his helmet. Waiting on the rest of the crew to come out of the trail as the wind is blowing. Here comes Lily. She's come ripping in as well with her brand new pint. She calls that the cotton candy. I can't remember. It's some other candy thing. Waiting on Kristen to come. She's back there somewhere. This is Zeke and Zach, some of our friends that meet every Wednesday on a digital Zoom meeting. There is Kristen coming flying in, and then we waited for some time for the last two guys in this ride here, which was Zach and Andy are coming up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Get out there and ride.